In this segment, I talk about the different functionalities in IGM Mason that help you to stay organized. So first of all, they have these tabs, and those are great, but you can configure these however you like and save the layout of that window. I'll demo that in a moment, but first let me go over each of these components. So your library, that just contains all of your works cited. It's nice because if you click on here, if you have cited this anywhere, then it'll tell you where you cited it anywhere in your portfolio. The other nice thing is you can copy and paste this into an item in your composition and it'll automatically give you citation options. Do you want the author, the page number only, the author and the year, and it will automatically be generating your bibliography as you do this. Your research list is different from your library, and it's really neat. So say you're rooting around on the web and you find something that's interesting, you don't know if you're going to cite it or not, you want to look at it later, drag it and drop it here and keep it separate from your library so that your library doesn't get cluttered. So once you do that, you can click on here and then you can click this arrow and it'll take you back to what you were looking at. That web page that you found interesting, save it here. Don't lose your websites that you were, where was that website at? It just keeps it all nice and organized in that particular portfolio. So it's great. Alright, so you can name it how you want to, however. You can prep it for citing, for being transferred into the library, and you can convert it to the library if you want. History is nice because it shows you what you worked on. So what you worked on in the past hour, to all today, what you worked on yesterday, the past 7 days, the past 2 weeks, and so forth. Status is really nice. So you can tag things with labels and then it'll create folders automatically for you. So I have some things that I've listed as incomplete, some things that need recreation in Word, what have you. And I'll demo how that happens in a moment. Bookmarked is really nice. So if you have a material item, you can bookmark it by clicking on it and pressing the space bar. So Introduction Parallel 1. I have now bookmarked it and there it is. That helps you to organize. You can save things that you need to work on later. You can click on it, push the space bar again, and it's gone. Search is nice. It allows you to search your materials, search your library, and the search results will populate. That helps you to find things all over your portfolio. Materials, we've talked about that before. You just can label them however you want. You can configure them however you want. What's really nice is that if the preview tab is there, then you can preview them. So there's that abstract. There's a figure that I have that's previewing. There's a paragraph that I have. There's another figure that I have, the I teach figure. So it's nice to just be able to preview these things with word counts, and it'll tell you where you've cited these things or where you've used these things, what compositions these materials are in. The documents feature is super duper great. So no matter where you have stuff stored all over your computer, you can organize them in here however you like. You can drag and drop them here. You can number them so that you can order them. And if I were to click on this, it would take me to that folder on my computer, and I can name this folder differently from how the folder is named on the computer. And then the documents will be in there. So this really helps you to get organized. Favorites works a lot like bookmarked. So I can go to a material item, I can right click and add it to favorites. So that title page now is added to the favorites. And if I click over here, there it is. If I want to remove it from favorites, I can right click it and remove it from favorites. Categories is really neat. So if I have a material item, say this title page, and I want to assign a category to it, I can add to a particular category or assign to a category item. So let's say I want to say that this thing is done. If I click there and close that window out, now the title page is going to be in the folder done. So if I go over to categories, there I am. So brainstorm doesn't have it, but done does have it. That's astonishingly wonderful. It just helps you to just be organized. So I have all kinds of things drafted completely, drafted partially. I have all kinds of folders. And you are in control over these categories. Here's the category manager. You can add categories and all and such, however you like. Nest them however you like. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to share with you is that you can configure this workspace however you like. So this is just a mock portfolio that I've made for this review. But in my actual portfolio that I work in, I take my compositions and I drag them over here to the left. because I want to have my compositions just listed easily to get to. The other thing I do is I take my library, and these are all the things that I might cite, and I take them and I pull them down here. So that makes it real nice and easy. I don't have to keep searching and tabbing. As I'm drafting in a mock composition, for example, if I decide that I'm going to edit something and I need to go and get a citation for it, it's pretty easy for me to do that. I can go over to my library. Let's grab Biesta. Let's copy Biesta. You can drag it if you want. And let's paste it here. Paste it. Let's give it a page number. Click OK. Do that. And say I'm going to cite it. Biesta 12. Do like that and save it. And now let's check and see if Fiesta is there. So I'm going to redo this and come over to my source list. If I come down here and do my refresh and view the entire thing, then we should have our works cited. Yeah, there we are, being built. And so basically, those are the functions that really help you to be organized. The next segment, I'll talk about the things that help you with flow.